Timura, they decided, say, look, if this is part of the criteria there, we don't have to do away with it. Also, football proper, with all the structures, everything running perfectly well. So we needed to adopt a team into Pennyford discuss here, and Nimobi. Yes, it's here, the following season, and it's a Sardine in the Bar Oaks FC. Then, and no about Dane House of Folk, my side. So we played the first season, your name, Madame Mesitego, a boy, but then, winning league, But we knew that there was a glimpse of positive signs, good hope in the team. Now, say, look, once we have a very good technical brain with excellent support from the board, name management, and one say we needed to continue to push very well because we believed in them. We had hopes there. With a few inclusions, Madam Mesitego, can say, which was done, supported by the massive infrastructural support now and making sure that everything went on well with the extra motivation now. So this year the aim was to make sure that say last year and the end to me unqualifier, this year we needed to do something positive. Sabi Ofisika Timura the Pompia, the only way you beat machine and is you have to win the trophies and then bring him smiles. Senabe and also Akuma Panedani, you continue to support the team in that positive light as well. Eventually, Bibia Kosuye Kakra, but football can never be smooth throughout the entire season. Form, down. How you are able to psych yourself up, how you are able to pick yourself up. And in the one year, we need the FA Cup. That's the Greater Accra FA Cup now organized here for Division 1. Then from there to top a league, that is winning the Division 1 league. And no idea qualify a copy more stage a woman is here. A copy more senior break year board the middle league in the world. We also you have about 4 matches, you're winning all the 4 games. Fortunately for some Samate's ladies, almost about 4 matches, they've also won all the 4 matches. We are leading with a goal difference because 2 sides now 12 points. 12 points. Nyami Addo China 3 p.m. The final game between Oaks FC and Samate's ladies, will be played at the same venue. We are hoping that once Yetimia Akakoye Jumapa, Yetima qualify at the other premier. Tomorrow's game will once again tell us that look, we need to do extra when we come to the premier because we are premier business is different from Division 1 business. Yeah. Even in male football, in every competition that you find it. So we are only grateful to your supporters, the management, especially the board and the executive board chairman. Says our support in United do say. And Kofi, I refer back when a woman said, tell me you win the FA Cup, you win the league, board chairman, and the board, and the share players, organize a very colorful event, dinner at the man, and I promised that to saw the mom. He gave it out to them. Served as extra motivation, as I'm more motivated. Say, look, when you go to the middle league, the promise is far bigger than what has been given to you. Omakoi qualify to the premier. Once Ochina, we all be there to witness the game. If you hope, I'm sure tomorrow by this time we should be back to Accra. And even by about 9 p.m. now, we should be back to Accra. Then, Boshia Wahon also. Almost because the man has never failed in his promise. And then the planning for the premier has started. Okay. Because he didn't mean better and can say, because we have qualified to the premier and then winning 2 titles. So the season will start and it might not go the way you want it. So for us, the planning for the season has started, beginning with tomorrow's game as we prepare. Coaches on the drama preseason planning, the players that are full say or the premier bite, and the areas that we think that look we have to strengthen here, modify here, change this, and do all of that. Everything will be put together. Okay. So I will be able to have a perfect stay in the Premier League.
Okay, still on Oak Ladies. Team na Can we say
yes, we need title na the call Bocheman.
And we time moji FA Cup no.
FA Cup. Then a league no.
Okay, and a league no. Okay, Division 1 no moji no. The bompa say china side times na mo de Premier de ne so kwakwa. Yes, we girls na. Very very young.
Yes.
And we scouting female players no as compared to scouting male players no male ne de baby abefa bia wo hu. Mo ye dey na mutimi nya sa nkwada we amabo ma no matimi achieve this feat.
Well, Kofi say, just like you said, it is not easy to find female players. Until you need to make sure that who are our responsibility. No, you dash on sano. Sabi, tenase mi fa on san show them me from say, oh tenase ma Kofi aba be catch or say, obabi waha. Now sorry, I say fan bra. You also have to move. You have to say Kofi, I make a recommendation. You also have to move. Make sure that those players as well. You understand? Who those players are. Then the next step you can take is to recommend to Mesitego as well. And on Nwangasa, Madame Mesitego, she's played the ball to the highest level before. On Nwangasa, so your coach. On Nwangasa, so your referee. So when it comes to spreading her tentacles wide, to be able to see, say, players will have. And also that positive links, and I say rich. When she gets them, is also able to, okay, let the player come, let's observe. You understand? What about observe it? So make Kwame and I'm a who player be or say the only thing is that Messi, I've seen a player here. I think that you have to observe. Or share Kwame we won't do here. Maybe I am trying. I'm observing a kakra. And I say, okay, this one will do. It's okay. You put them together. And then the kind of training now that has been very, 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 very helpful. About this here. There are some teams, I'm not saying it to just because a team no a winning that make remember with Masarako's training 6 a.m. It is very difficult, but these ladies under strict discipline, they are able to go to training by 6 a.m. 7, 8 upon training. You understand? If there's other further training to be done, say real, say numero, they go through it successfully as well. So I think that more hard work from the discipline that technical team need more and the extra support and as a motivation from the board, it is helping, and we are proud to say that we are happy for what they have achieved.
Oh, okay. You move from a women's team no the senior team, which is the male team no. Ya no one ma so kakra man because messages I mean say voice no from kakra. Yeah. 2024-2025 season no aka 2 games na season na bury who has to folk say the na mo target no mo achieve ya na mo target ne dey.
Well, confuse a team like Hasselfolk, the biggest brand team that you go into competition, there's nothing like Afibekwe wie na unsanka wie. You understand? Even if once now say answer to target, say me achieve 1, 2, 3. The size of the team itself says a target, which we your coach are, we your supporter, that at least every year you must compete for titles. It is our core. Now say, and that is not the only thing though. Our core na on title now. Okay, you sit back. No, be someone say, what happened? Where did we go wrong? Where did we go positive? In this case, you're free last season. Who said the previous season, right? We're struggling with relegation until said the very final day. Yetimi a winning, then we stayed in the competition. So as part of effort to ensure that, look, if you are going to compete at the top level, at the top half of the table, you must also make sure that Niaoko the previous season, it doesn't become part of your thinking. Which for me, if you look at players, very young players, you put it together, Mr. Ouattara put it together, where we started from and where we've been able to get to, then we say that there have been a positive rise. But where they are, when Timian winning league title, people will still come at you and say that Inexpertise and Kahas should be able to win. But if we're not able to win, but we're able to make positive progress, then maybe I do say, final 2 matches to go. We must make sure that we end on a positive note. Senabaya, the progress na ye make here, next season football should also be better than this season's football. In the previous season, over to relegation, you've jumped over it. You've been able to build a solid team, or setting up the foundation. Wait back into 1, 2, 3, 4 of the first of the table. Then it means that next year, the 1, 2, 3, 4, you should be able to do better than that in terms of consistency in result, in terms of consistency in performance, in terms of positive ending. You should be able to do more than that.
Okay, so the can say House of Folk a big club and season biano will be able to say team no as a OJ title.
Yeah.
Fans na back on the message ama me o se me mbusa o say enti yebetumi aka say House of Folk this season no failure na.
No, unless you say the person wants to say that because you don't win the league, it means you have failed.
Okay, per club no
what
standard no.
So okay, say you didn't win the league, so you have failed. Then it means that you have taken only one issue or the year or side of the argument. But what I want everybody to understand is that an idea, maybe I know what previously it wasn't good. Because it wasn't good at because you just survived relegation. What made you relegation zone? Aslan put up a young team that has been able to play and come up to 4th and 5th. That you still have 6 points that you can pick. Assuming that you pick those 6 points, it means that you end the league competition closer to 60. Okay, this year was 52. Yeah. 6 that means that 58. You get it? So if you're able to get 58, that's a you're winning the 4 points, 3 points, 5 points, and at this thing, it means you haven't done badly. It means that there has been an improvement, which you must also work to make sure that improvement, will become better and as a stepping stone for you to be able to stand on it, so that the next coming season, you have to get there and win the title, or win something for the team.
Yamra, you share a technical team side.
Okay.
Supporters ni bebree minim say Addo I say wow pese wo behunu.
Yeah.
A lot of supporters I say omani nje coach Ouattara.
Okay.
And season say come say House of Folk bet be place 4th on the league log. Ouattara target am set man no so achieve ana.
Well, it comes back to the same thing, say Ouattara and also over 2 team the half of the season.
That was 2 seasons
ago. Yeah. Yes, over a half season. It is a half season, and now we're able to survive relegation. So you say that or survive relegation. Now the expectation will be that what survive relegation there you must do better. And indeed, Osha from 16th and now 15th position from the previous season, what my travelers and do 4 far and now 5th. Then it means that you are building a team with some amount of success and a positive progress. That if this is the way the progress will continue, now say yet me very much consistent with a solid foundation there, then it means that the following season, logically, it means we have to do far better than what we have done this season.
Per one summer, we can say next season you better Ouattara say Ukuchi has.
Well, Ouattara still has a running contract with Accra House of Folk. And a House of Folk on some can say, yeah, the Ouattara party ways. And a Ouattara on some can say, on the House of Folk party ways. This morning, he was in the office. We had a very positive discussion on the final 2 matches and some other things that we have to speak about. So, yes, as I speak to you now, Mr. Ouattara still remains the head coach of Accra House of Folk. What he needs is the support of everybody. In Nayamfa, support, and Famano. Me sure say at the time, it was getting difficult. Now, you winning games. Now, we were dropping some of the points. Is that same period that you're free for support, the support the time, That's and I mean, Kakra Baby do say. Also, football say the panu lusua, yeah. One had the language that you hear, but when the win comes, it will be the same people now, they criticize you for not winning. They will be the same people saying that you are the best coach.
Yeah.
So you need to go on. And there's a balance in a manner that you can't have football results. We need 34 matches in India. You can do far better. But if you don't win all the 34 matches, I don't think it should be a yardstick to say that you didn't survive something. But for me, I think that once Mr. Ouattara is still the head coach of Accra House of Folk, he and I find support and mad because we want him to succeed because we want the team to succeed.
Okay. Supporters no so ensem bia omo kan say team no every season bia no bon say we ko yeah pam we ebi wo kro omo ko free omo contract na wu na eja omo ko ba akokra de points from community 22 or say titru kra kunadu yi adom kwan amofa so bla mo bre ansa no munya no wate se ono so ne contract aso oba be ko free and awa wadi ka se ma building young team ye ba be hu de bia ye hu na 7 players 8 players no mo ko na 8 players aba and I said this time around there mo keep players because omo ye young team mo consistency for next season.
Well, because we mentioned Kunedu, I mean useful Kunedu. On say Kunedu, even when the season started, Kunedu wasn't playing. It was Amofa and Kevin along the line, Ewa, Ebeshemu, so they were playing until it got to a time that Kunedu, sitting on the bench, he fought for his place. And now everybody that loves football, Bekacho say Kunedu is not only one of the best players for Hasselhoff, but one of the best players and defenders in the Ghana Premier League. You understand?
Yes.
If you have such a quality, be sure, say, it is the will of every team, say, you go along with quality hour. But it could do also, the management will do everything possible to ensure that the players that we believe that aim and say ambition of achieving more successes, they will be able to help. You can do everything, put it on the table, let the players understand it, but the decision to either renew or not renew also lies with the player. Kofi say we are football and then I'm in Stanchi say can player be one step. Goalkeeper. Let me just mention it.
Oh, okay. Abdulaziz.
Aziz, yes. And I may make a change and say, do you know that Yamfan say goalkeeper how excellent he's performed for your team? Now say be at the contract be at the end of this season. I come 1 match or say 2 matches pay the movie. Now the contract to continue and him say on sign here. You can do everything possible, say, as lucrative as it is. So do I continue and him? Say player and the cast say on sign here. What will you do? The only thing you will do is continue to persuade, continue to influence, continue to make sure that you lobby not him alone, maybe or somebody that is influential over him, or somebody that is close. Even if it gets to a point that you have to include the players,
parents,
send the wife, send you close. So if you cry on and a down for bina, they think through everything, what they better to make sure that it will work. But if the individual decides that Kofi, many positive to us will be sebi, then I'll be to buy. What to be for two uncles in the council? I'm not dinner say on to us. We have certain player negotiations that it has taken us over 1.5 years. Every weekend, the BR, CEO, only player and manager, also agency for no, or me any patre, 2 the buy back 1 ma, I got that baby. The veterans are on back. Okay, the next 2 weeks, we'll meet again. Next 2 weeks, okay, Monster Claus, when I'm for win shame, or best would be shame, or the 1.5 years, then the player left. You understand? So in that instance, what will you do? You can only do your best, thinking that, look, your best and the platform that you've given to the player, it's so excellent that the player will accept. But as a player, no, I dream for either say, that's why I believe that some agents, football agents, they are not helping football clubs at all. Or better, they a good player now, say, oh, Utima Abono, some more 1 CD. Instro, me do back team be more 5 CDs. Player no social nature. E be a fee and say that yes, sir.
To be here 5 CDs.
To be here 5 CDs, no. Or the people sorting a bush, or the people sorting the fear be a fin on so person settle. Or be sorting the mammy necessities in Qualeco school with your best sorting. A crab didn't summer, no, no, so I bema. But agent Negis says, can know the more we are. Esan say onka eche no krenche wunti o feel say bosumi ne sen wu a another 5 CDs beba ya je bosumi nsia sika ne de abom na ade am na 5 CD no
wadada
the agent is gone to be won say Oji ba ko pa de sort to fear busuafo who say oh me na gina yi afa ye hwe nanim say obeye mo no afa omo nto nkan kura bio.
Okay, yenhwe
it's about it.
Abdulaziz Nuruddin so the situation to say.
Yes, Nuruddin is with the team. He's still a player of Accra. So Yane Accra Lions ball and Richie. Yes, I met him at the stadium. We had discussions. He's still he's still part of the house.
Problem be or only coaching in Tamana.
No. There's no problem at all. Just that when say we play and I say you don't get playing time. Once away any part that's in one year, it will affect you. And affect you say be
psychologically.
It will affect you psychologically because with him say before surgery, Nuruddin, I was excellent. But after surgery that I am coming back, you have to manage it and also make sure that they don't throw you into the games immediately and also create future issues in the amount. When you be a ma, that is where when I spoke to him, we all made sense that look, that is why players will have to fight for their place. Say Edu baby na say coach him 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, 20 minutes. When you grab it, then it means that you gradually getting back to where you are. So he's still with the team. He has a contract with the team.
Okay.
And then that is it. Because he's one of the good players around.
Okay. You was 6 minutes now, ye brena soon. Mame Nancy, NS ni legon forecast o mu siesie o mo park maso ye shipa. Update o pubi man saying it here. Because dodo na pe etie say sign up pubi man tie update no to say.
Yeah, Pobiman, what I can tell you is that all the 4 pitches, the Astro pitch, is they're functioning very well. As and when Coach Phil is official training was so including Mesitego and the players, Nanaze, Aras before Ni and Kwalano, Royal Oaks. Sorry, they use it. And the other 3 pitches, Sunday Amikoi, the 2 pitches, perfect condition. The last pitch, nothing and also so to talk. Until they have to also level it as well. And also so that it meets the normal standards and be people will be used so they'll be able to use it. So the pitches, the environment, everything is fine. We are hoping that the facility itself now, players in Marco occupy, they will all move in there together with the Royal Oaks, Auroras, and the senior team. They all move in there.
Okay. Honorable, Opare ni ni di nkomo no se wo ba ko mienu bia wo bebusa nso a na yemfa bi enkam.
Oh, na me dey me pese me hu this next season omo transfer policy on be adwuma. Are we going to see how to focus say auto best players enkoye ebia o ko te say goal stars a ko pe right back a ko pe player ono ye second choice policy be no dey back for next season transfer and mate say omo be call Nigeria for pre-season no kre
eco cap bi
ti ba na sa ga cut off for mbenden
na ga cut off for the etwam ti yem ne nkom
etwam se afi say woni abre o
yoni ga cut for the yoni
na ya wan grow for you
oh make a hu bi e ba te o jai o munye serious yen kan print John Ansane ne grow for munye serious ba kokra o beti o monka is the president say ye be 6 match cap bi ne wan ansa na what o monka
ton for do mutimi mo
mutimi nyai o munya sponsors nyai
o de ko fi ma respond man na. The issue is that Eco Cap no can, yes, they have written to us to book. Also, the other bar, you brought the proposal. Yes, if there are questions to ask, if there are areas that we need more explanation, we send it back to them and hoping that more confirmation about, then we'll also be able to confirm that this is what we are doing and this is the date. And I say these are the dates that it will go on. And so when we're coming from Senya, we also received a message from a letter from Gaka indicating that on 1st July, on board President's Cup.
Manga.
And also, President Cup. So the club will also look at it, and now it's looking at it, so that we'll give a response from there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Opare and AD okay, because we see who become. Yeah, say. The appointment of Mr. Akwesi Ajiman as board member, as a supervisory director.
Yes.
Najumana say Najumanity.
Yes, Kofi, I had to say, also a board member. Okay. And then we have a sitting managing director, Dr. Delali. So what the board and the wisdom of the board, that's a bit wide here, and to be able to increase our pace in terms of what we want to achieve. So the board has decided that he should come to the day-to-day administrative level, and then with his supervisory role, the day-to-day administration, head by Dr. Delali. But he offers minute by minute and I say day-to-day and I say administrative advice to Mr. Delali as well.
Oh, okay.
So if there's any decision that he thinks, say, oh, I do a pejade fee being coming to it is not say Oba says, hey, Delali, take this from left to right. No. This is what I think. Look at it for the best interest of the club. So then the two of them will look at it. Okay, then this one should be implemented by a BIA, the comms team. Okay, Kwame, come with your team. This is the plan. What do you also think?
Okay.
Go out there. Let's see how we implement this. So we go, you put everything together. Oh, they are back. Okay, this is what we want. Then we all move it forward. So
Papa no Oba beye to say the enche watara beye technical director. No matter coach for front.
Enche watara beye